right, here we go. NBA trade deadline live, and the Knicks kicking it off with a little one, a mini Woj water balloon, if you will. Knicks sending Austin Rivers and Iggy Brazdeikas packing. Austin Rivers going to OKC in a 3-team deal. Iggy Brazdeikis, sorry IIler and my Canadians, is going to Philly. And the Knicks getting back Terrence Ferguson, Vincent Poirier, and a second-round pick out of the whole thing. This is Knicks Trade Deadline Live, presented by Manscaped. CP in here, my guy CK2K in the building. Salute to everybody out there. Hey, we're just recapping and watching, recapping and waiting. What is next? Is there another move to be made? We're waiting to hear about Lonzo, Oladipo, Andre Drummond. Some of the big names are still out there. But right now, CK, we figured Austin Rivers was on the way out. He hadn't been with the team in probably a month or so. It's been a while. We figured he was on his way out. Iggy going to Philly. Coming back, Terrance Davis and a second-round pick, Vincent Poirier as well out of France. What do you think about today's small move? What do you think about the move, bro?
It was a nice little small move, especially when the updates came out that we also got Poirier and the second-round pick. Like, at first, when it was just Terrence Ferguson, it was still nice because we freed up a spot and, we got another nice little young piece that maybe we can use later on for a different kind of trade. But to bring in, Poirier, who, is a stretch big, I don't know if we're ever going to use him or play him or anything like that, but to have that, reinforcement at a position that we need, I'm cool with it. And not to mention, shout out to IIler for getting another draft pick in the second round. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not upset with that. I think it's a nice little small move for, Austin Rivers and Ignis Brazdeikas. Sorry for the Iggy tribe. I know a lot of people are out there riding for Iggy, but, yeah, I thought it was a good move. Good move.
Yeah, man. Sorry for the Iggy tribe. I know my guy IIler is going to be calling in either today or tonight, vexed. But it is what it is. I didn't really see much of a future for Iggy here, unfortunately. Yeah. Nor Austin Rivers. And you know what? We salute Austin Rivers. We give him credit. He understands how the game is played. He's a coach's son. He's been through the business. He's been through the ups and downs. Understood what was at stake here. He even said that when they got Rose here, they had let him know that it was a possibility and that his playing time would have been impacted. So he knows how the game goes. Ian Begley did say that they were going to try to do right by him by sending him to a good destination.
Yeah.
Definitely not OKC.
That wasn't the place, yeah. At first, I thought he was going to Philly. I was like, that fits a need for both sides. I guess he goes back with Dad, even though Pops was saying he didn't want him earlier on. Mm-hmm. But no, I double-checked it. It was OKC. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little messed up, but hey, at least we got ourselves figured out.
Yeah. That definitely changes things. But like I say, we wish him well. And, Iggy was tough, but I didn't see much of a future here for Iggy either. And so, although he dominated in the G League, it just didn't seem like he was going to get his shot, at least with this team on the main roster with so many wings that we have it in tow and so many draft picks on the way. And, you get another draft pick coming back. This is a 2021 second-round pick, which is the one that the Knicks own, actually. So this is actually the Knicks' own pick that they're getting back in the deals. So now you're looking at it, you have our own pick in the first. You have Dallas pick in the first. Now you have the Detroit pick in the second round, which is going to be a high second-round pick, and you have your own pick. It's likely that, this is going to be more draft. This is going to be more trade assets. There's got to be something else on the way. There's no way they're going to field four draft picks in this offseason. So, hey, we got until 3 o'clock, man.
We got time, too much time, but we got time.
We got time. We got time, man. And salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. CPCK in here. How's everybody feeling? How we feeling right now? There's still a lot of names going on out there. There's still a lot of names left to be claimed. You feel like the Knicks are still on to something?
Yes.
What are you thinking, bro? I know who you want.
I mean, you know what I'm thinking, but at the same time, we have to be. You everything you just put together is exactly what I'm thinking. Because we're adding on more. We're not going to draft 4 players. I mean, we could. That's definitely something that could happen. But with how we've been playing this year, there's no way that we're at a position where we're going to draft 4 players and really keep all 4 of those players. We're bringing in more assets for a move. If not by this deadline, then maybe for the offseason or maybe in the draft. But there's got to be something coming because we opened up a spot with moving Iggy. We got more assets. So something is coming. Something's happening today. Even if it's not my boy Lonzo, something's coming today. I just don't know what shape or form it's going to be.
Yeah.
But like I said, all I'm praying for at the end of this hour is either Lonzo Ball to the Knicks trade or Lonzo Ball staying put in New Orleans. Those are the two things I'm looking for. One of the two. That's all I want.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hearing from a source that the Knicks are not totally out on the Lonzo situation. They are still keeping tabs on Lonzo. So for the Lonzo to NY fans out there, keep hope alive. Ian Begley has also reported that the Knicks have been checking in on him. So that's definitely good news. But you know what's going to be interesting here is Chicago, because Orlando is going full-blown fire sale right now. They are loading up the tank down in Disney World. The tank is getting fired up. They're ready to go. And they just traded their all-star in Vucevic, man. Vucevic headed to Chicago, as well as Al Farouk Amino, in exchange for Wendell Carter Jr. I forgot the other pieces headed back, but Vucevic is on his way to Chicago. That's a big move for them, man. Especially with Zach LaVine already in tow. That's a big move for Chicago, man. So could that mean Lonzo on the way? I don't know. But what you think about the Vucevic trade?
Yeah, I mean that's just tooling them up a little bit more. I mean, if there's anybody I would flip for Vucevic, I think Wendell Carter is a good start, because you know he I feel like he's talented, but I mean injuries has been his biggest problem since he's been in the league. So I think they get a little bit more solidified at the big man position. They flip Otto Porter Jr.'s contract that was
Otto Porter Jr. is also in the trade. Yeah,
that was the other one, right?
Yeah.
So because they're gonna be paying Vucevic for a few more years, I think it was a good move for them. And you know, we've been saying a lot about the Knicks making a lot of smart moves this year. For the first time in a long time, this is a smart move for the Bulls to go all in for this playoff hunt that they're trying to get on. But yeah, I mean, unbiased aside, taking the Knicks cap off a little bit, they're setting themselves up in a good spot for Lonzo Ball. Like if they were to make that move, if they add him to the mix, they get that point guard, they got scoring that's going to help Zach LaVine with Vucevic. Like, man, it's a good move for them. I hate it because it's just another team to compete with us if we're trying to make it to the postseason. So I don't like it that way. But as far as just, you know, for the Bulls, it's a good move. It's a good move. Let's see what happens next.
Good move for them. And like I said, Orlando on a full-blown fire sale, bro, because they send Vucevic to Chicago. Aaron Gordon is going to Denver in exchange for Gary Harris, a first-round pick, and R.J. Hampton. What you think about that deal?
I love that for the Magic. I mean, good for Aaron Gordon. You're going to get a nice little spot in Denver. Denver's tooling up, also getting JaVale McGee in a trade earlier on today. But I love that for Orlando, even though Orlando just loves to be mediocre. But as far as the pieces they're bringing in youth-wise, I liked R.J. Hampton, so I'm glad that he's going to go to a team where he's probably going to get some burn. I think it was a good flip. They got a nice little haul there for Aaron Gordon. A lot more than I was expecting for Aaron Gordon. So yeah, good move there for Aaron Gordon to get on a playoff team. Finally, hopefully show his talent. I've never been crazy sold on him. Another injury prone player. He's been up and down his career so far, but maybe playing for a playoff team might help him out. You know what I'm saying? But I like the haul for Orlando. I just don't know what that does for them in any competing or any playoff hopes at all for the future.
Yeah, I like the trade for both teams. You know, for Orlando retooling, as I said, they definitely have the tank locked and loaded, and so Gordon gets a chance to actually play for something real good for him. He's having a good year, although as you said, I'm not as high as on him as some. His 3-point shooter numbers have improved. I think he's closing in on about 40%. They try to put him in that point forward role this year, similar to what Randall's responsibility with the Knicks. They kind of had Gordon in that role as well, with the injuries to Fultz and the injuries to Cole Anthony and so on. So it's going to be interesting. You know, you put him out there with Jokic, Jamal Murray, and those guys out there, Barton, and should be interesting for them. You know, they lost Jeremy Grant. I thought that was a big loss for them. And so I guess this move with Gordon gives them kind of a similar piece that they can plug and play there with a bit more playmaking capabilities. So Nuggets obviously trying to stack up in the West, with the Lakers looking vulnerable right now and the Jazz looking strong. They also add JaVale McGee from Cleveland for, I believe, two second-round picks, I believe, was the was that price tag on that. Also, Orlando fire sale started the trade deadline off early, bro. Evan Fournier, a guy that was tied to the Knicks, is going to Boston. Boston, bro, for 2 second-round picks.
People were pissed.
Yeah, give me some thoughts. Give me some thoughts of this one, man.
Look, man, I was never really. I would have been fine if we got him. I'm not stupid, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying I never really thought of him to be as expensive. A lot of people were very surprised that they only got him for 2. I mean, obviously, if that was the asking price, I would have liked for the Knicks to be in there. I mean, that'd be nice. But I had some people sending me, Ntilikina and Knox and some other for him. I didn't think he was going to be that expensive. So 2 draft picks. Knicks wise, we could have probably made that deal, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Boston, again, the same thing like I just said about Chicago. Boston, another team that's right there toe-to-toe with us in this playoff hunt. Now they get souped up for another scoring option for them off the bench. That I'm upset about it for that reason alone. Outside of that, the Magic, like you said, garage sale.
Yeah.
I just hate it for the Celtics because now that they're retooling the position that they need more scoring off the bench. And I hate that they're the ones that got him of any of the other teams that were going after him.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for the price, bro, I would have shot it. I would have taken a shot at it, even though, he's a bit of a redundant piece with Burks here and some of the wings that you have here. But I would have taken a shot at it. 19 points a game off the bench, 38% from 3. Why not? Why
I
not?
like the 38%, but my thing was like in Orlando, you was doing it. You think that he comes to the Knicks is going to be the same thing? I think that was the one thing I kept reading is that the Knicks were worried about his fit, and where fit minute wise and just his rotation on the Knicks. And that was my thing. I just don't know, like, especially if we're only giving up 2 draft picks, that means we still have Alec Burks, we still have IQ, we still have Reggie Bullock. So it's just like, I think it just would have been a lot jam. A very similar to me of how I feel like with Andre Drummond, if we bring him on board, that's just my only thing. So it's nice, the 19 points and the 30%. I just don't know where he would have fit in our rotation.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Another move that was surprising today, a target of mine, a target of the Knicks, Norman Powell, Norman Powell is headed out west to Portland in exchange for Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood. Blockbuster for Dame, man. Dame and CJ and Melo getting an upgrade. I was kind of shocked at this deal, man. I like Gary Trent Jr. I like Powell. Powell will probably give you a bit better defense, but Trent is scrappy, man. I like Trent, man, and pending free agent as well. So, what you think about this swap?
Oh man, Knicks wise, I hate it. I hate it so much. I was with you. I wanted him when you dropped it. When I saw that was something that could happen, I wanted him over here on the Knicks. I was hoping that was something going to happen. But then also on top of that, then Gary Trent, who was somebody I was just in the background hoping that we were going to go after in free agency this year. I knew he was going to be a little expensive, but I think going to the Raptors, even though they're seeming like they're getting rid of a lot of their key pieces, there's a huge possibility for him to re-sign with that team because of just how that team runs and how they develop their players. Yeah. There's a huge opportunity for Gary Trent to go out there and just flourish in that system. So I don't know if he leaves now too. So I think he gets locked up there. Norman Powell gets locked up for the Blazers. So strictly for the Knicks, I'm upset about it. Those are 2 names that I wanted.
Man. Two names I like, man, and 2 guys that are going to great situations. Like I said, I think Trent is a really solid 3-and-D option. Very scrappy off the bench of Portland. Started in place of CJ McCollum. Just a very versatile guard out there. Very tough. And, he's going to succeed in Toronto, no doubt about it. And then Powell, he was on the surge. Every year he was on the uptick. Started a lot of games this year. Always killed the Knicks. 19 points a game, 43% from 3. Closing in on that 50-40-90 slash line. He was at 48, 43, and 88. And we know he can defend. So that was a nice move for Dame and company. And we'll see how that works out. Now, people in the chat are saying that Rondo is going to the Clippers.
It's not.
Is that true?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it be confirmed, but the Clippers are in talks right now.
Okay, here's Shams right here, and Woj right behind him. Woj and Shams battling right now. Breaking news content, bro. Woj and Shams battling, and they're saying that Clippers and Hawks closing in on a deal for Rajon Rondo. So the Clippers could finally be getting their point guard. That'll be interesting.
It's a good fit. I like it. I like that better for them. Yeah,
definitely like that. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your squad. Let's hear from some people, bro. Let's go to my guy Dion from Park City. Dion, how you feeling, bro?
Hey, yo, CP, man. CK, what's the word, man?
Yo, hold on 1 second, Dion. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I said, man, CK, man, what's the word, man?
Good, man. How you feeling, bro? Well, what's your thoughts today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good, man. I'm not worried about this trade deadline at all. Like, I know Leon gonna do his thing, so I ain't really worried. I wanted to talk about the trade with the Austin Rivers trade. I wish they would have asked for Isaiah Joe back from Philly, though. Like, remember that time when half of Philly went out with the COVID? He came in and lit it up for those few games. Like, so that would have been a better pick. They're not playing him anyway. But anyway, yeah, I want him to really go after Zoe. Because I feel like the way Zoe pushed the tempo with the fast break and all that, and then we have a point guard at 6'6", RJ, and then go in the draft with the rest of our assets and move up for Kuminga. You put Kuminga out there with RJ and Zoe, Tibbs would be like a mad scientist, the way they could fight over screens, the way they could switch everything. Yo, I'm telling you, and then the way they all could snatch it off the rim and go on the break, yo, it'd be crazy, yo. But, I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. I want to know what y'all thought about that.
Hey, you already know CK's thoughts on Alonzo, bro. You already know CK's thoughts on Alonzo. And I think he could help. I think he can help. And it's not to say that he's the end-all, be-all, but I think he's a piece that could help move this team forward a little bit. When you look at him from an off-ball perspective, you have Randall and RJ orchestrating, getting there, driving kicks. They're feeding Lonzo in the corner instead of Elfrid Payton. So you're getting those corner threes. His free throw shooting, you want to see him be a bit more aggressive, but his free throw shooting is definitely on the uptick. Defensively, I'm sure Tibbs loves that. You have two big guards in your backcourt in Lonzo and RJ. That'll be plus defenders for you. That's very key for us. And so Lonzo will be a big pickup, man. We just got to watch Chicago, see what's going on there, and see how this thing plays out. We're about 30 minutes left until the deadline. So let's see what happens. But like I said, from what I've been hearing, Knicks are still, keeping tabs on the Lonzo situation. And so we'll just have to wait and see, man. We appreciate the call, Dion.
I don't know if it was a me thing. I couldn't hear the call, but I could feel it. I knew you was talking about. I couldn't hear the call.
You couldn't hear the call? You should be able to.
Yeah.
Hang
on.
But
on that while that figured out on that Lonzo thing, yeah, definitely the biggest thing outside of everything that CP just mentioned, spacing the floor is just the biggest thing, because something that we're missing with Elfrid Payton that's starting out there, he doesn't give us any scoring, doesn't give us shooting, and Lonzo can be a ball handler that handles the point guard positions, but can also let RJ Barrett and Julius Randle still do the same thing and be able to space out the floor for their driving dishes. So, I mean, come on, man. There's just so many positives that come with Lonzo Ball that I feel like there's a huge possibility for him to be that guy that we could be looking for long term if we get him.
100%. You should be able to hear this one now. I think I just fixed it. Angel, what's good, bro? How you feeling?
Angel.
Yo,
good now,
what's
right?
good, CP?
Yeah.
What's good, CK2K? How y'all doing, bro?
Good, bro. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I don't know, bro. It just kind of seems like for Lonzo. I mean, I would love to see this trade happen because everybody's making moves. I think that the Pelicans are trying to really get a lot for Lonzo, and I just don't want to give up too much, considering he's going to hit free agency unless you get that guarantee that he's going to re-sign. So that's the only way I would, make that move, if it makes sense. But, man, we got to get some shooting, and, I'm hoping maybe Terrence Ross, maybe somebody that we don't know about that can actually shoot, that can help his team, but we got to figure something out with the point guard, bro, because we got to push that pace, man. Like, the Knicks are a different team when we're aggressive and we can run the court.
Yeah.
And we just going to have to see what happens. There's like a half hour left. It kind of caught me off guard with Chicago making that trade for Nikola, considering that they're, chasing the playoffs as well. So, I'm not really, too worried about Boston getting Fourier, whatever his name is, because Boston already has enough guards. That's not their weakness. Their weakness is the center position, So,
right.
I just want to see the Knicks, really – I want to really, get a good point guard and some shooting, And as far as that trade that we made, it's good to get your own pick back. Obviously, if you know how to draft, that's going to help us out long term. But it just seems like they're waiting to make a move. But I'm just not going to be surprised that they don't make a move, like a serious move. So I guess we'll see what happens, y'all. But thank you for taking my call, y'all. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, Angel. Good to hear from you, bro. Good to hear from you. For sure. Let's see.
And on the Lonzo comment, I think
bro.
the trade, the only, because I agree. Like I think we've talked about it so many times. Like I said at the top, I want him traded here or staying put, so that can help us out in the offseason if we go after him in the offseason. But I think the biggest thing and the biggest push for this trade is because I don't think people realize he's restricted free agent. He's not just unrestricted where anybody can sign him. He's still going to be restricted where Pelicans can match if they decide to go that route if he plays well the second half of the season. So I think trading for him just gives us that head start in that battle, especially if he does end up helping us out the second half of the season. So I think it's more than just trading for him and making that gamble, because then at least then we get the restricted rights then whenever other teams want to send that match sheet for him. So I think it's just more to it.
I hear that. I'm definitely leery about paying twice, as I've said many times in many shows.
I hear you.
I do get your point. You trade for him now. You have the inside track on re-signing him, and you got to think LeVar's not turning down New York. They got to be favorites. So according to Shams, it is official. Rajon Rondo is going to the Clippers. Lou Will is coming home to Atlanta. Rajon Rondo for Lou Will, 2 second-round picks in cash. Wow.
Lemon Pepper Lou.
Lemon Pepper Lou is coming home. Magic City, start the parade. It is going down. Lou Will going home, man. Damn. I want to see him succeed with the Clippers, man. I'm a big Lou Will fan. But good move for the Clips. Good move for the Clips as well, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. How we feeling, man? How we feeling in the chat right now? Do you feel confident? Or are you pessimistic that we're going to make a move? CK, we got 1,700 people in here on the check-in. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CPCK2K in here. Before we get to the phones, I'm going to, what happened to my Alonzo joint just went out on me. What happened here? Oh, here we go. All right, before we get to the phones, let me salute some of the super chats that came in. Salute to, and the chat's going so crazy right now. TM, let me know if I need to slow down the chat. I can't even see the super chats that came in. So YouTube YouTube is tripping right now. Yeah, the chat is going crazy. Alan Berman sends a super chat. He says, salute CK. I know I'm not the only one in my Triple B gear right now. Hoping for a Woj bomb. It's long overdue. Time to bring Lonzo to the Garden with LeVar seated next to Spike. Yeah, that would be crazy, man. Let me see if I scroll up and find the rest of the super chats, because the chat is going crazy right now. Dave or TM, let me know if I need to slow it down. Scroll up for some more super chats. Nevi Paka sends a super chat. Appreciate it. The R says we need to chill on Lonzo until the offseason. Let's stay patient and roll with the process. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Definitely.
Sure.
Keep scrolling up. Blood of the Panda says, in cocaine, Leon Rose, and worldwide mess we trust. Hey, they spent money, man. I'm just a messenger. Appreciate that. I can't scroll up anymore, so I'm going to go back and find it. That might have been the rest of the super chat. So everybody who's donated, definitely appreciate it. To all those who are new, if you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. This is Knicks Trade Deadline Live, CP and CK2K on the other side. Remember, these shows are also available in audio podcast format, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the major platforms on the KnicksFanTV. You can't miss it. We had a ton of fire content this week from CP versus Kellerman. I did a lot of trade deadline stuff on SNY. My guys locked on Knicks, so you can hear that as well. Also, remember, this show is presented by Manscaped. Get 20% off plus free shipping on your total order by going to manscaped.com and enter promo code Knicks. Manscaped.com, enter promo code Knicks. All right, here we go.
I see 1800, you guys. Hit that like button. Make sure you check down. Look down and make sure you hit that like button.
Let's get those likes up. Let's hear from Ari, man. Ari, what's going on, bro?
Ari.
Hey, what's up? I feel pretty good about so far the deadline. First shout outs to IIler. I know it's a hard time for him. Prayers for IIler, obviously. Listen, man. What's not good to feel good about right now? We have cap space, we have draft picks, and we're in the playoffs. Seems like a win-win-win for me. I just don't want to make a move just for the sake of making a move and risking messing up our chemistry, right? So what I ideally want to do is I want to weaponize the cap, whether that means take on Eric Bledsoe's contract for a first-round pick, or facilitate a Kyle Lowry deal to the Lakers, absorb someone's contract for another first-round pick. That way you're rebuilding while competing at the same time, and you're not going to mess with the chemistry of the team, right? That's what I would do, personally. But, listen, man, I'm with TK2K also. I like Lonzo Ball. I think he's a good player. You know, I would do a Lonzo deal also, but I'm with what CP says. I wouldn't want to pay twice. If I'm going to pay for him, I'm going to pay very little. Make a run for him into free agency. But, again, like I said last time, if you're going to go make a move for him in free agency, or you trade for him, whatever, you're basically investing in him into a long-term deal. There's a lot of communists in the chat that think money grows on trees and that money is free, okay? Money is not free, all right? So if you're going to make a Lonzo Ball move, whether it's a trade or in the summer or whatever, you know, someone has to go. And I told you who I think has to go next year. So, you know, that's where I'm at. But right now, I would weaponize the cap.
Yeah.
Weaponize the cap, get a first-round pick. And then one last thing, I'm convinced now that Frank Ntilikina is going to be on the Knicks for the next 15 years, and he's going to retire a Knick. It's just going to happen. He's never going to get traded. He's going to be here for the long haul. It is what it is. That's all.
All right, man. I'll see you post game, man. Hope you're recovering well.
Yeah, man.
Look, I mean, to his point, yeah, I agree with him. You know, this is why you have Brock Aller here. We ended up getting a second-round pick out of the Rivers and Brazdeikas 3-team trade. Got to feel like that's going to be involved in some sort of flip between now and the summer. Maybe you take on the Bledsoe contract and get a first. You know, we stockpiling ammo still. We're still competing, but at the same time, we have our eyes on the future. We know you're going to need to package up a ton of prospects and maybe a couple ready-made players to go out and get a Beal or so on and so forth in the future. So the Knicks are still keeping their eyes on the prize, still focused on the future, and I think if at the very least, that's what they should be focused on by this deadline. You know, that's what they should be focused on for sure, bro.
100%. Could have said it ain't better myself.
Yeah, man. You know, on the Orlando thing though, it's interesting because you know Jay from Florida called in a couple days ago. The IQ stuff had me tight. We had to get him up out of there quickly on the quickly topic because he was slandering my guy. But on the other side, you know, with him basically saying that we don't want to be average. We don't want to be stuck in the middle.
Facts. Yeah.
And, you know, the people who think that just because you make the playoffs, you know, you're on the rise and you're going to attract those free agents because it's New York, I don't necessarily see that as the case. Now, Orlando is not New York. We know that. It's a much smaller market. But here's a team that made the playoffs 2 years in a row, CK. They have a good coach. But they were kind of languishing in that no man's land, bro. Like, they had Vucevic, all-star. They had Gordon, who was borderline. You know, good talent. They had Fournier, who was a good talent. They just did not have enough to get over the hump and you know, get out of that 6th, 7th, 8th seed slot. So what they do? They're destroying and rebuilding this thing, man. They fired up the tank.
Yep. I think for the last, 3 seasons, the Magic started off the season first in the East, every year, and including this year, you know, and then they would just go right out of it, fight right back into it, and they'll be a 7th or 8th seed, and it was just continuous, and they were just a sweep or an easy step to the next round for the Bucks, I think 2 of those 3 times. So, yeah, no, 100%. Like, and then this is probably the best time to do it, knowing that your Vucevic, with what you have on your team right now, just not going anywhere. Like you said, you got to flip that and, you know, try and rebuild and try to do it a different way. And that's probably the best way to do it. And by them getting younger pieces in Gary Harris, who's still very young, RJ Hampton, all these other guys that they picked up today, like, that's a good start because at least they're getting guys that have played, minus RJ Hampton, but at the same time also having some guys for the future because they still got Markelle Fultz in the wings that, you know, was playing really nicely for them. So, yeah, I completely agree, especially as a small market where, you know, you're not really a destination for guys to go in free agency. You got to do it yourself through drafting and through trades like this. So, that's definitely something that we need to keep an eye on or be paying attention to. I think that was probably the one thing that Jay from Florida said on that call that I completely agreed with for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Super Chatters come in. CW Flash says, hey, if we can't get Lonzo, Moutier is still out there.
Chill out.
Hashtag of the President Emmanuel Moutier fan club. Wow.
They're never going to let me live that down. They are never going to let me live that down.
Moutier hive in the chat today, bro.
Oh, my God.
Crazy. Yeah, and shout out my guy Hoodies Vintage on Instagram because he posted an IG story to vote. Do you know, as a joke, do you want Moutier back? And Moutier peeped it. He sent me his analytics.
Did he?
Emmanuel
Okay.
Moutier peeped it. So Moutier's at home chilling, man. Salute to him.
Ready to go.
Tough business, bro. He's ready to go. Oh, but we got to hear from our guy, man. We got to hear from our guy. We got to go up to Toronto right now. Iggy, as we recap, Austin Rivers, Iggy Brazdeikas has been traded with Terrence Ferguson, Vincent Poirier, and a second-round pick coming back. We got to hear from the president of the Iggy fan club right now. Iggy, IIler, how you feeling, man? How you feeling, bro? Talk to us, man. Go ahead, bro. You have the mic, bro.
Yo, CP, man, I'm hanging on by a thread. Listen, man.
Still sounds good, though.
13 games in 2 seasons, and they do Iggy like that? Bro, listen, if they gave him some minutes and he didn't pan out for them, go ahead, trade him. I'd be like, all right, trade the guy, you know? But like this, to do him like that, bro, I'm hanging on by a thread. At least we still got RJ there, man. That's the only reason now why I'm rooting for the Knicks, man. I am seriously pissed off, man. Honestly, if this is what it takes for Iggy to get some minutes in Philly, by all means, go ahead. But I can't really see him getting minutes in Philly, you know, because of the way they're playing right now, you know. But I'm devastated, bro. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore, man. Like,
Damn.
This is crazy, man. When I heard this, I was having a good day at work, you know, and that, and my, like, flared up, man, like a pack of hemorrhoids, man. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? Getting traded? No, man. You know, listen, with Iggy, it's a personal thing with me. You know, we're all from the same hood, even RJ. You know, but like, you know, I went to all, you know, the history, man.
Yeah.
I went to all Iggy's games in Michigan, met him. We had pizza together. He's a good dude, man. He's my guy, man. But listen, I'm always going to be a Knicks fan no matter what.
No doubt.
Through.
Respect.
I've been a Knicks fan since the John Starks days, man, in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to change. But listen, I'm only going to make one exception.
Okay.
If Iggy plays the Knicks, I hope he...
No.
It's a family show, so I can't talk.
Oh,
but I
no.
hope sticks it right through them. Stick it right up there, man. I'm telling you right now.
no.
That's how I'm out, CP.
No doubt, bro. No doubt.
That's
Hang in
too
there, my
close
dude.
to
Hang
home,
in
bro.
there, my dude. Iller's vexed right now, bro.
Yo. Especially with the Sixers. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
yeah.
They be whooping us, 15, 14 times in a
Yeah.
row? No, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Look, man, it's tough. Obviously, you know, he dominated in the G League, but let's be real, he just might not be a pro talent. You know what I'm saying? He just might not be a pro talent. And so time will tell. You know, maybe he you know, finds a home somewhere and you know, turns his game around. They always felt like defense was his biggest weakness.
Yeah.
What position is he? You know, can he keep up with the threes? Is he strong enough against the fours? You know, that sort of thing.
Right.
We know scoring potential was there, but you know, it's tough. It's a tough business, man.
Yeah, and even in some of the play we saw in the preseason and in some of the garbage time, he's just that tweener. It's just like you don't know what position to put him at. He's too big to be a 2, but he's not big enough to be a 3. And yeah, I don't know. I hope he gets his opportunity because I did like the kid. I was really excited for him. Especially we were there, Summer League. We were there watching him just take over. So I was really thinking like, yeah, maybe in the future we got something here, but I don't know. So we'll see what happens, man. But I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, 100%, man. It was Iggy versus Jared Harper in Summer League Showdown, bro. Phoenix versus the Knicks. It was lit.
That's right.
Yeah, that game was live, man. Iggy tore it up. So, you know, sorry to see him go, man. Let's shout out some people in the chat. Shout out Larry McLeod. He's team #new. Who else we got in here? Ari holding it down. We got General Zod in 1701. Looks like a new person. Rico World Peace. How you feeling? Who else we got in here? Belco G says Iggy's garbage. Damn, bro, it's small, you know, tough business here. Tough business. G Verb, what's going on? CP the artist in there. Yeah, so not too many Iggy fans in there. Sorry, Illa, man. You know, everybody. We just keep it real in the chat, man. That's all. We just keep it real in the chat. Paul P checking in. Trinidad, what's going on? How you feeling, bro? Ross Too Good says bring home Galloway. He wants to bring home Langston. Ooh. Okay, all right. Salute to Langston Galloway, definitely. Who else you want to shout out in the chat, bro?
Man, first and foremost, shout out to all the hashtag Zoda NYs. That's all I care about right now. But yeah, shout out to CP. He said CP the artist said y'all can't trust CK2K. Shay's saying the same thing. This is the guy you want to trust for Lonzo. All because the Moutier. Who? Why? Why out of the blue we bringing this Moutier stuff
Yo,
up?
CP
I'm
the
never
artist
gonna
is
live
a
that
Frank
down.
fan. Come on, he's a Frank. He's a card carrying member of the Frank Hive. Come on, man.
But I'm never gonna live that down for as long as I live. I could look. Lonzo Ball can come here and he could have a Hall of Fame career as a Knick, and I'm never gonna live down this Moutier stuff, bro. Never gonna live it down. But shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to CK crew. Yeah, I see you guys, all the new people. What's good?
Look,
and I see 2,000 people in the chat, but we only got 600 likes.
2,000 on the check-in. Let's get those likes up, man. Let's get up to 2,000 likes in here. Let's hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CPCK2K in here. We are clock watching right now. 15 minutes to go until the deadline. What will the Knicks do?
Yeah.
What will they do, CK?
I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be maybe not just as happy, but like I said, the Pelicans don't move them at all. I'm a happy boy. I'll be all right with that. Yeah. That's completely fine. Completely fine. I'd rather fight them than fight the Bulls to try to get them in the offseason.
Could be a W. The Rhyme Animal Chuck D sends a super chat. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. He says David Griffin does not dance. That's a fact. I've been saying he's a shrewd GM, man. You know, you're not just going to get over on him like that. So, Nevi Park, appreciate it. JT Riddick says, salute CP and CK. The future is bright. Let's hope we make a great chess move here. Well, that's all you're hoping for. You know, just keep it strategic and don't do anything dumb.
Yo, CP, they wrong, bro. Metaphysical logic said we're going to get you right, CK2K. I'm done. I'm sick, bro. Sick.
But look, hey, I'm not going to lie, man. When Moutier came in, you remember that game in Indiana? He got himself on the back page.
Yes.
Moutier had his days in the sun, man. He had some flashes where you were like, all right, he might have something here. But he turned out to be the tank commander, man.
He sure was. Best season of his career, but not in the right way, though.
Yeah, turned out to be the tank commander, but we wish him well still. Marco Walshow sends us a €2 super chat. He says Max Kellerman eats his own shoelaces. So, salute Marco. Appreciate that. Adam Anderson says, love you guys. Ashley, too. Just discovered y'all, but I'm all in. NYK all day. BX. Salute to everybody in the BX. Randy Savage says CP got the algorithms on lock. No matter what video I'm watching, the next video is KnicksFanTV guaranteed.
Love that.
Hey, the algorithm is, you are the algorithm. You are the matrix. You are the curators of the content. Whatever you watch, they just give you more what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Number one show for the fans by the fans. KnicksFanTV, CPCK2K in here. NBA Trade Deadline Live, presented by Manscaped. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button. We in here heavy. Blade Pinderview says, are we getting Elfrid Payton out of here or what? I wouldn't count on it, bro. I would not count on Elf on the shelf getting out of here, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry to disappoint, but just doesn't seem like it's in the cards. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Not seem like it's in the cards, but we'll have to just wait and see, man. Back to the phones we go. Let's hear from my guy Will from LI in the building. Will, how you doing, bro?
Hey, what's going on, CPCK? How you guys doing this afternoon?
Good, bro. What's going on?
Good, bro.
Hey, man, chilling, man. The day is starting off good. Family show, but New York just made a deal to make some grass. I guess good to go. We gonna just say that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Thinking about this trade deadline, man. Listen, I want Zoe so bad, but again, the whole paying twice thing is definitely a thing. What I am looking at, because this whole Kyle Lowry thing is going on with him to Philly, if this thing is going to go and we got to be the facilitators for this trade, I'm thinking about little small moves. One of the players that I love on the Sixers, could be that I'm Haitian, could be that, but Steve Steibel. I love that kid. He's like a Frank, but just more aggressive.
Yeah.
And then, little other moves, more shooting. Of course, what's homeboy on the Pelicans? Shooting all day, got a house in Brooklyn.
Reddick?
JJ Reddick?
Yeah, JJ Reddick. Little certain moves like that, and then JJ Reddick. There we go. And then another one is just like another. If the Magic are having a fire sale, why not take a look at Mo Bamba? You can try to see if you can fix them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't think it will cost you a lot, but little marginal moves like that. That's all we got to do right now. Nothing big or crazy. You got to think about the offseason. You got to think about the future. Can't sell the house. So you guys just keep doing what you're doing. I want us to have a good day in these last 10 minutes, but I don't want to sell the farm. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you guys on that one.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. Listen, I think we're headed towards a quiet finish here, and I wouldn't mind it. I'm not tripping. I didn't really expect us to make anything, do anything drastic to improve this team. Doesn't mean that they don't want to make the playoffs. It just means that, as has always been reported, they will make a move if it makes sense for them. They're not in any panic moves. They're not trying to, win and fit into a window in terms of, their chances of winning or competing for something. If something falls into their lap, a D Rose type of trade for a DSJ in a second, okay, you make that flip. But I never saw them, sticking their neck out and doing anything crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, maybe quiet is a good thing. Like we said, we have a good thing going on right now. It's not like we're not 22-22 right now. Had a good start to the season. We got a few crazy games coming up, but right now with what we got, chemistry is at an all-time high for us right now. All the players that we want to play well are playing well right now. Even if we don't make this move, as much as I love Lonzo Ball, we're in a good spot right now. So I'm really happy. This whole season to me has just been a win in general. So we'll be all right.
Playing with house money, man. Michael Papazzo's in the chat says, CP, can you at least use that clout to get Elf benched for the remainder of the season? Don't want to see his face no more. Man, listen, man. Elf came back in that game on Tuesday, man. I was not thrilled with his minutes.
Yuck. Yeah.
I was not a fan of it. Again, so he gives you one good game every 10. You big him up on that one good game, but it's literally one good game every 10, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I wish that wasn't like facts, but it's facts. Like it's the truth. Like it's not a joke. It's not a meme. Like it's literally that every 10 to 15 games we get like 3 good games from Elfrid Payton, and then he just disappears. Either gets injured or he just disappears. It's crazy.
Ideally, the whole COVID thing really set D Rose back. I'm not sure if Tibbs had plans for him to be in the starting 5 even prior to that. But I think with him contracting that now and having to get back up to speed, he's on an uphill climb. So from a conditioning standpoint, who knows when he comes back? And when he does come back, you got to think he's going to start on the bench anyway. So I don't really see the starting lineup changing much. Now, Bullock is out tonight. So I'm guessing we'll see Burks in there with RJ, Peyton, Julius, and maybe Mitch. Maybe Mitch gets back into the starting 5. Mm-hmm. But D Rose
hopefully after that last game, I hope so. Well, I mean, depending on his health, but he looked good in the last game, so we'll see.
I mean, what's your expectations for Rose when he comes back?
I mean, I don't really have much expectation at all. I think he is what he was. Like you said, I don't see him being the starting point guard. I think, unfortunately, we're going to keep going with what we go with. I mean, even though Elfrid Payton didn't give us much in that last game, he only played 20 minutes, and we still managed to, steamroll the Wizards the way we were, even though, came down to the wire a few seconds in the fourth quarter. But I think that he's going to ride it out with Elfrid Payton as a starter and just give D Rose probably 5 more minutes, 25 minutes a game off the bench. I think, unfortunately, we just see less of Frank Ntilikina, and we see more of the trifecta of Mayo quickly, D Rose off the bench, and Elfrid Payton still starting us off, hoping to give us some kind of defensive spark. But I would like to see Derrick Rose starting. I liked what he did starting because I love that he pushes the pace for us early, and I think that we need that. Guys like Julius Randle and RJ Barrett play well with that. But realistically, I don't see that being the case. I think it just sticks with what we got right now.
Yeah, maybe he closes. Maybe he gets a chance to close. That I would like to see. But even with Peyton coming back on Tuesday, Frank barely got in. Yep. Barely got in. I thought he was hurt at one second. I said, wait, where's Frank? What now? He's just on the bench. So you got to figure that once Rose comes back, the way Burks is playing, Frank could be on the outside looking in once again. So let's hear from some more peeps as we count down to the deadline. Mike from Portland, what's going on, Mike? Mike going once?
Yo, what's up, KnicksFanTV? What's going on? I just got a question for you.
What's good, bro? How you feeling, bro?
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing, bro?
What's up, bro?
Hello?
Yep, loud and clear, bro.
I can hear you. My bad. How about a trade idea for this? I was thinking about trading Lonzo for Elfrid Payton, Kevin Knox, Mitch, and possibly a second round. You think they go for that?
That's a lot.
Kevin Knox, Elfrid. Well, first Elfrid has to agree to that trade.
He's not waiving that.
And he throwing Mitch in the deal. I want Lonzo with Mitch. I want to see.
That's what I'm saying.
Lobs,
Yeah,
triple B's to the block nest monster. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to. I wasn't really trying to give up Mitch just yet. I understand that they could be coming at a crossroads with him within the next year or two. But I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them pull Mitch out of that. And if we could get another draft pick in there, give him a Dallas pick or something like that.
Right, 2022.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, there's so many times we start in the last game, like where Mitchell Robinson he's begging. He's like, he keeps pointing. He's like pointing. He's like, throw it up. I'll get it. Let me go get it. So like for those reasons, like yeah, man, I feel like Lonzo Ball can only just improve more of what we've been seeing from Mitchell Robinson. So I think that'd be really unfortunate to add him into the deal if that is what ends up happening. But I don't know if I'm looking for a move to include Mitch to get Lonzo. I don't know if I'll do that either.
All right, Mike. Appreciate the call, man. Mike bounced. Let's go to Damien from New York. Damien, what's going on, bro?
Damien.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? What's going on?
Good, bro. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, I just had a couple cool points I wanted to bring up, man, because I know with the trade deadline coming up, there's a lot of speculation. I mean, it's less than 24 hours away, so everybody's like tilting their hats towards multiple directions.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think, my opinion is, Norman Powell would be a great pickup for us because he would be a person
that he's gone, though, man.
Dominantly take somebody. I'm sorry?
He's gone. Norman Powell's gone.
Yeah.
He went to
He
Portland.
got traded already?
Yeah, he went to Portland. We just hung up with Mike from Portland, man. He's going to pick him up from the airport. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It seems like the Knicks are a lure a lot of the times, man. A lot of times you hear a lot of these teams say that the Knicks are in trade talks with this and that person, and you only hear them going to somewhere else. I mean, things are possibilities, and people change minds, of course, but the Knicks have been a lure for some time. But aside from that, I think that with a couple things I want to debunk, Andre Drummond is a good pickup. I mean, I'd hate the fact that Mitchell Robinson would have to go out of the lineup. I don't think that would be possible.
Yeah.
Or it would be possible to do anything without trading him. But he would be a great pickup. With his rebounding and his defense would be significant. The best pickup I think that we would have right now, I think, is Lonzo Ball. I think Lonzo Ball is really the best. If you really want to be, how could I say it, a traditional Knicks fan, and you want to go with a little bit of the hype as well as be progressive, I think that we have a good chance to have a defensive player that could shoot at the point guard for once in our lifetime.
Yeah.
That, and, actually is a steady shooter and could be dependable, especially on playmaking. The Knicks have faltered a lot of the times with the point guard not being able to produce in the mid-range to the three-point area, which at times leads us to going nowhere. Basket's going to nowhere. I think Lonzo Ball originally, when Julius Randle came to the Lakers, he kind of opened up the game for him as well, because when Julius Randle was first there, he couldn't get to the basket by himself. He was well-rounded at the basket, but he couldn't get to the basket. Lonzo Ball got him there. And I think that there's some time Tom had to look that up, and he probably knows about that already.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to get somebody like maybe a Karl Anthony Towns and lure them here in the future, at least entice them, a guy like Lonzo Ball would be really great. And CK, don't feel bad, because Moutier, he did pretty good for the Knicks in that little stint. But, I mean, man, Moutier, nah, I'm playing. But nah, Moutier was pretty good. I love Moutier in his stint. He was actually really nice.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed when he went to the Jazz, but it is what it is. It's the NBA and it's a business.
Yeah.
You can't expect everything to go the way you want it to do. We're fans.
Right.
We just hope for the best. Though.
No doubt, man. Appreciate the call, Damien. Appreciate the call. It looks like Lonzo's staying. Couple more quick ones from Woj. Toronto trading guard Terrence Davis to Sacramento for a future second-round pick. This is the guy. The disrespect to R.J. Barrett continues. NBA owes my man an apology. This is the guy they put on an all-rookie team over my man R.J. Barrett. Now he's going to Sacramento for scraps. They don't even know who CK. You know what I'm saying? They gave him. They sent him to Sacramento for an IOU.
I hate it. I absolutely
Apologies
hate it. Absolutely
in order.
hate it. It just further shows that R.J. Barrett was snubbed. We knew that.
Yeah.
But now, like you said, NBA, I expect the same kind of apologies the officials be dropping when they make the bad call.
Yeah.
NBA should be like, we messed this thing up. They won't. But
according to Woj, the Lonzo trade is off. No trade. No trade.
Fine.
All right.
That's good. I'm good. I'm cool with that. I'd rather fight the like I said.
Yeah.
I'd rather try and buy him from the Pelicans than try to buy him from the Bulls because the Bulls have a better need than the Pelicans do. So
yeah,
to me that's a dub. I'm cool. I'm cool with
Could
it.
be a
Try in the
victory,
off season and let's see what happens.
Could be
I'm
a victory.
Cool.
What do you guys think in the chat? No Lonzo. No Lonzo. Jay from Florida in the building. What's going on? So it looks like at this point, it's 3:00. No moves being made. Looks like Drummond will likely get bought out. Does he go to Brooklyn? Does he go to the Lakers? Don't really care.
Does he go to us, CP? We have that open spot, bro.
I don't think so. Why would he do that?
I hope not.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, what are we doing with that open spot?
He wants to go win a ring. If you want to come to if they even want to entertain him, bring him in the off season. Go win a ring.
I agree 100%, but I'm scared. I'm scared, bro.
I can't see
that open
it,
spot
man.
is just there staring at us, bro. I'm scared.
I
man.
can't see it, man. I know LeBron and KD is in that man's ear, and I think he'll end up going to a contender. It only makes sense. But didn't I hear Dallas? Did I hear Dallas?
That was but that was like for a day. I haven't heard anything about that since. But yeah, I heard Dallas too.
All right. Let's wrap it up. 3 more calls before we wrap up. JR, let's go to Hawaii, CK. JR, what's going on, bro?
Hawaii.
Hey, what's up, CP and CK?
I
just
doing?
got home, so cool.
No doubt, no doubt.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Since we didn't get Lonzo.
Yeah, no speakerphone, bro. I don't know if you got it on speakerphone, but please turn it off. No speakerphone, bro, please.
Is that better?
Yeah, loud and clear, bro. Thanks. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So we don't have Lonzo. You guys were just talking about us having that open spot left.
Mm-hmm.
I say we should give it to Jeremy Lin. I think we should bring Jeremy Lin back because we owe him that start that we should have gave him back in 2011, 2012. We should get him back because he was balling out in China and in the G League. I just think that he's more mature and he's a better player than he was before. He can shoot the three better. We all know that he's strong going down to the paint. He gets assists. We should get Jeremy Lin back.
All right. Appreciate the call, man. Salute to you in Hawaii, man. He might be smoking that Maui Wowie pack, CK. He came in the house, threw us on speakerphone, like he was lounging with the homies. Salute to him. Salute to JR. That's a Hawaii vibe. You know what I mean?
Maui Wowie.
He's not on edge like me in New York, man. We on edge 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Man. He was on that Maui Wowie pack. He's on that Don Nelson. He's out there with Don Nelson.
Yo, that Donnie
Nelson
salute,
pack. Yeah,
bro, we just got another one. Last move right before the deadline, and it goes to our enemy, the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know if you can pull that one up, but JJ Redick.
JJ to Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
That fits a need for them, and that does not help us out.
Yeah. No, it doesn't help us.
Because they need shooters.
Does not help us in hoping that they go full-blown tank into the abyss, into the lottery. But good for him. JJ Redick going to Dallas. All right. JR said he wanted Lin. I don't know where Lin is going to end up or if he's going to even end up back in the league. But, I feel like that ship has sailed, man. We wish him well still. Mm-hmm. Hopefully he does make it back, man. That's everybody's dream.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he was okay in the G League in the bubble, the G League bubble that they had. But like you were just saying, like we said previously, like if a team was going to get him, like I think they would have gotten him by now. I just don't know. I don't know if he's the one for us.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Yeah. The Rhyme Animal Chuck D sends another super chat. He says David Griffin is sitting in an armored truck, aka a tank. That's a fact. Yes, I mean their lack of success has been kind of surprising. So. We'll see what happens with Lonzo in the offseason, man. Dan Palladino says check Woj Twitter. We did, and Lonzo is not on the table anymore. Angel Vallejo says it's the real Angel from Brooklyn. Oh, we got... Ooh, he says, I want smoke with the poser from Philly, president of the Frank Hive, stand up. Wow.
Whoa.
I think there's like an undertone about Ash and like the whole love connection, the whole simp. I think there's a little bit of a simp rivalry we got there. He just didn't want to put his whole business out there. You know
I'm
what I'm
telling you,
saying?
man, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes right now that we got to figure out.
Yeah, we got to figure some things out as a family, man. We got to talk about this, man. It could be a
Right.
battle of the fans, a battle of the angels for Ashley's heart.
Ashley is rolling her eyes,
Yeah,
man. I'm telling you right now.
Facts. We almost had 1,000 likes. Let's get it. Let's hit that like button. Let's hit that thumbs up button. Let's take in 2 more. Let's hear from my guy Zay from Maryland. Zay, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? How you guys feeling?
How you doing, bro?
Good, good. That last caller, he must be Jeremy Lin's cousin or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he was on that back.
We don't owe Jeremy Lin not a damn thing.
Yeah, right.
We don't owe nothing. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, my thing is this. I'm talking more of with the Lonzo thing.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to Lonzo. I'm kind of upset about that. I would hope that we have some plans in the buyout market because the team as constructed now is not good enough to really. We're going to be pretty much teetering the line.
Yeah.
The rest of the season. You
True.
see Chicago when they made their adjustments. They got some moves done. The Hornets, they're going to be decent still. So it's like all the teams that we're supposed to be in that same level as have done what they need to do to either be, upgrade and kind of get more wins towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We have a rough schedule. We need a playmaker. We need someone that can pretty much control the team, that can push the pace, and we don't have that right now. And I don't think there's anything going to be on. We also need shooters, and we don't have that coming to the free age, coming to the buyout market.
Yeah.
My thing is, we need to stop banking on these free agency games. We need to stop playing these free agency games. We need to stop thinking, oh, we got money. People are going to want to come here because of 1 year of success. So let's just hit free agency and try to get Lonzo. The difference between getting Lonzo now and getting Lonzo in free agency is when you get him now, you don't have to worry about overbidding to try to get him, and you don't have to worry about competing to other teams that want to get him. We have him, and if someone offers him an outrageous deal, we can easily just walk away from it. But if, let's say we get Lonzo and then no offers come through, then we can get Lonzo for the cheap. That's the gamble that you take, but we got to stop playing these free agency games and say, oh, we're going to do X, Y, Z. Plus, we got to also keep into account, we're going to have money this summer, but in the free agency, but at the end of the day, teams are going to do sign and trades. So teams are always
I appreciate
that's true too.
We had money going into the KD and Kyrie, and they did sign and trade to get KD into the Nets. So, money is not the issue. We need to worry about, scared money don't make no money.
I hear that, and appreciate the call, bro. Your connection was kind of low, bro. So I had to let you go. Rudy from Atlanta, what's going on, bro?
What's good, fam? How are you?
Good, man. What's going on?
CK2 and CP, what's good? What's good?
How you feeling, bro?
I appreciate everything you do. Your content is maintaining. I love everything you do. Your content's incredible.
Thank you, bro.
For the Knicks fans, this is something we've been missing for a long time. And bless you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Just want to make a couple of points. My first point being that I'm glad what's happening today. Lonzo wasn't picked up, so we can potentially pick him up at the end of the year, next year, which will be great for us. And my other point is that we as a team need to do and have more assists. We're like the last team with assists going on, and a lot of ISO ball. So if we continue to move the ball and pass and look for the open man, we'll have a better way going in. And my last point is, what do you think about switching Kevin Knox for Obi?
Oh,
to play time.
100%. Appreciate it, bro.
I think Obi kind of getting the.
Yeah, 100%, and that's nothing against Obi at all. That's just saying that he's struggling heavily right now, and if this team is trying to really push for the playoffs and win as much games, I think, as I've been saying, Knox could stumble into 2 3-pointers in a night, and give you some productivity off the bench, and maybe give you some minutes to help Randall get some rest. You know what I mean? Maybe just maybe you could get Randall some rest off the bench there. So
I just don't understand why he doesn't get that nod. Like, I do understand, but I don't know. To me, it just feels like it's something at least try. Like we've seen so many other players get like that shot, that little bit of of shine. Frank Ntilikina, even though he doesn't get too many minutes. I don't know. I just feel like it's something that we should try because we're almost proving the definition of insanity at this point. We keep putting Obi out there, and he's giving us these goose eggs every single night. I don't know. We've been talking about this for how long now, and I just want to see him at least try it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. They're saying, is that Oladipo stuff true?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Woj. I'm looking for
Woj bomb, right, bro.
So Oladipo, Riley gets in at the buzzer. Oladipo to Miami. It's where he wanted to go anyway. Who's coming back in that one?
He didn't update yet, but he just dropped like a minute ago that it happened, that he's going to be headed to Miami, but no details yet.
All right, so Oladipo to Miami. There you have it. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your squad. We will be back for Knicks postgame live, presented by Manscaped for Knicks versus Wizards. Can the Knicks get another win against this Wizards team back-to-back? They beat the Wizards team last on Tuesday, 131-113, behind Julius Randle's red hot game, 37 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. R.J. Barrett poured in another 5 assists, 21 points as well. So let's see if they can win a game that they need to. And yeah, this is the team that we're rolling in with, CK. This is the team that we're going to finish the season out with, and this is it. This is who we're going to go to war with. Yeah, we might have some buyout candidates on the way, but I don't think it's going to be anything, significant to say that it's going to move the needle. So this is it. And so if they're going to make it, they got to win these games. And they're going to have a ton of matchups against Boston. They have another one against Miami. They're going to have to see Chicago, updated Chicago team with Vucevic. They're going to I believe they may have finished out the series with the Pacers, but these are the teams. Atlanta as well. These are the teams that they're going to be in the hunt with, and so they're going to have to win these games. And Hornets as well. No LaMelo, but still a tough team. So these are the games that they're going to be looking at heading into the second half, man. What's some of your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, like you said, we got to win the gimmies, and you never take advantage or take any game lightly, but definitely for a team that's not playing well and a team that we just finished smacking around 2 days ago, we got to make sure we come out and win these games, because we need these wins, because like you just mentioned, we got a lot of teams coming up, and those are all the teams that are just in our realm. We still got a lot of Western Conference teams that we're going to have to face, and we got to see how we shape up against that. Like you said, man, and like I said earlier, we made this far, 22-22 with what we got right now. I feel good about the unit we have. Of course, there's things that we could add here or there, but with house money going as far as we've gotten, I feel good about it. Let's close out and see if we can make it to the postseason.
That's it, man. Well said. Way to wrap it up. And salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody who came in and joined us for NBA Trade Deadline Live. It was a great show. 2,000 people in here rocking with us. It's quiet for the Knicks, but this was expected. To the Iggy Hive, to IIler and those guys, we wish you well, and we wish Austin Rivers well. As a recap, Austin Rivers going to OKC, Iggy Brazdeikas going to Philly, and on the way back to the Knicks, Terrence Ferguson, struggling 3-and-D player, has struggled in his 4 years in the league. Didn't really get much burn out of Philly, but who knows whether he gets cut or whether they try to rehabilitate him and see if he can contribute to the roster down the line. They also got Vincent Poirier, a former teammate of Frank Ntilikina for the French national team, was drafted into the NBA, has struggled a little bit, hasn't really found his footing, so we'll see if he makes the cut, and also a second-round pick. So we'll see if the Knicks use that. That's going to be their own second-round pick coming back in the 2021 draft. We'll see if they use that to do some more wheeling and dealing in the summer. And that's where we have it, man. Number of deals that went down. You had Vucevic going to Chicago. You had Aaron Gordon going to Denver in exchange for Gary Harris, a first-round pick, and R.J. Hampton. You had, I said Aaron Gordon, right? You had Evan Fournier going to Boston for 2 second-round picks. Rajon Rondo going to the Clippers. Lou Williams going back home to the A. We had Norman Powell going to Portland in exchange for Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood. What else do we have of note? What other notable ones do we have? Was that
Debo one that we just got?
And Oladipo to Miami. So there you go. Some of the big ones. JJ Redick headed to the Mavs. And that's it, man. That's it. So we will see you guys after postgame. Knicks versus Wizards. You know where to keep it. KnicksFanTV, number one show by the fans, for the fans, by the fans. Presented by Manscaped. CP, CK2K. We out of here. Oh wait, one more super chat came in from Angel from Philly. He says there's only one Angel, and I like our team. I want all the smoke. I don't want an unfair advantage. Y'all hating on me like these refs hate the Knicks. Who do y'all feel is a good buyout candidate and realistic? We'll see who shakes loose, man. But this Angel versus Angels scrap is more interesting.
Gotta get back to it.
Gotta get back to it, man.